I think really, the strengths at safety, there's a couple of guys, as you guys know, Elam and Pop and Evans and Shaw. Those are the kind of guys that get most of the work in practice. I've been impressed with Elam from early on. I really thought he was a guy who could get his hands on the ball. I thought he did a good job communicating. He was fast. He was a good enough safety that can play down and play nickel. And usually you don't see that. That's not as common, for a safety. A lot of times you see a corner who can go in to play nickel, but you don't see it the other way around that often. So I think that's one of the cool things about both he and Saunders is that they're safeties with cover ability. And so I think that's one of the things that jump out to you about the two safeties is that not only can they play the deep part of the field like in a 3-deep, but they can also come down and cover. And as a defense, that really gives you more options. And we're glad that they can do that. I think we're going to play physical, and we're going to coach aggressive and play aggressive. So for us, some of the those penalties, if they're bang plays, are going to happen. We're certainly going to work our technique hard, just like we do every week. But I think for us, we're going to stay to our style of play. I think it was cool to see our guys challenge. I'm certainly not surprised by that, Bob, just because of the way, like the competitive nature I see in some of those guys. So for them to play on guys and challenge, it's exactly the style that we're looking to do. I think one of the hardest things as a rookie coming in to how do you learn how to even prepare for a game, and go through the whole process. So, that's the thing I've seen maybe improve from week 1 now into week 3, and how do you take notes on guys, and how do you even watch tape, where before you might just watch the game and watch where the ball was thrown as opposed to, hey, here's the guys I have to cover and how am I going to study them. And so those are the kind of things, and I think that's true with all first-year players. Okay, when you watch tape, when you're by yourself, what do you look for? And now when you come in with questions, okay, in this bunch or in this formation, this player likes to get off press against this technique, that kind of stuff. So those are the things I think as a young player, especially one just new into the system, that's an important step. I know they go and talk and they've been meeting a lot, but it's certainly something that early on we kind of said we have to sit down and say, this is how you do it, and this is what you look for. And so I think once you learn that skill, it's always going to stay with you as a player. So it's like, here's this technique that you have to learn. It's going to add value for you for a long time. The whole time that you're doing it, it's going to be the same. And that's really the message that we send to the guys. Every week the preparation stays the same. You go through the same routine and you prepare the same way, and that's how you build consistency. And we really, believe in that approach, and one that I think the guys, are buying into too.